Don't know where it goes. I'm on a road. Follow your heart. It won't let you down. Follow your heart. Take the steps beyond your way. Take the steps. When you have a dream, you gotta start. It's the only way. If you're gonna shine, and you're gonna shine, shine, shine. You're gonna shine. And welcome to the ranch. How y'all doing tonight? As you know, this is The Ranch. I'm Randie O'Neill, and we are on the quest for some of the best Americana, country, indie music out there. And I tell you, I don't have to go far here in Pennsylvania. Lots of good music. But I'm spanning the globe to bring you great music. And tonight's a really special show because tonight we're going to take you a little bit behind the scenes, because you hear an artist on radio or maybe just on Facebook or whatever, and they may have written a song. Maybe they didn't. A lot of today's hits aren't even written by the artist that's singing it. Sometimes it's a collaboration. Sometimes they just say it's a collaboration, but it doesn't matter. It's all good. So today we're going to go behind the scenes and we're going to talk to Kayden Gordon, who is a songwriter. He's actually one of the busiest guys I know in the business. He's got radio shows. He does interviews. I mean, he does a lot, but he does a lot of songwriting. So what we're going to share today is some of the stuff that he's written that other people have performed. So it's a really kind of a special show. We are going across 9 platforms tonight. So I'm really, really excited. I'm really excited. Just so you know, my ghost was here and one of my lights is not working, but halfway through, I bet it will. So we'll have to keep a tab on that. Without further ado, everyone, let's welcome Kayden Gordon. Yay! Kayden, are you there? Uh-oh. Well, Kayden, he's coming back in.
Oh, okay, am I here now?
Yep, you're there now.
Awesome. I still thought I was backstage, but hi, thank you so much for having me.
This happened last week too. Everything was fine before we went live, and now you're cutting in and out a little bit. But we'll see how it goes as the show goes on. Okay.
I'm here.
Oh, yeah, I can hear you. You're good now. Eric Diamond is already chiming in and says you're the greatest radio promoter in the business. Kayden, is that true?
Eric is a great guy. If there's someone that you got to have on your show, Randie, it's Eric Diamond. He does a lot of, and I'll get you connected with him shortly. I was actually getting ready to pitch you to him. Pitch Eric to you is what I mean. But he does a lot of Western swing music, and he does one of my clientele that I work with. So Eric is a great guy.
Perfect. Sounds like someone I need to have on the show. And thank you guys for watching. Just so you know, everyone watching, we are across 9 platforms. And if you respond in the comments, we can see them. So you can actually be part of our show. So I know a lot of you are watching already. So again, any questions that you have, we got Melba chiming in. Hello, Melba. All right. Elma says, good evening. Eric says, okay, so, all right. You do a lot for the music business. So, but today we're talking about all things Kayden, the songwriter. Something a lot of people probably don't get behind the scenes on. So how did you get started with that?
So with the songwriting, I started with that actually about a year ago, and this story I don't get to share a lot, but I'm kind of excited to share about it. So I've always loved music in some way, shape, or form, and always wanted to be involved. Now, what got me into songwriting was what got me to songwriting was going back and remembering like the times that that I didn't remember about back when I was in probably elementary school, and there was this music therapist there, and I was just cleaning out my stuff one day and happened to find this old lyric sheet that I did with a CD, and we wrote a song together. And mind you, I was only like young at the time, and just kind of got pushed off to the side. And but I've always wanted to do something with music, and that's kind of like how I started with the songwriting part of things. And that's kind of like where that took off on. Now with the promotion and stuff, I actually, I've always kind of wanted to do something with music, but I kind of stopped with the songwriting and being a writer and possibly even a musician. Kind of pumped the brakes on that when I was younger, because I went more towards the radio and wanting to broadcast. But that's kind of like how I got started back into the songwriting thing, was just, looking at that. I'm like, I missed this. I'm going to get back into it.
Oh, so you actually started songwriting like pretty early. It was your love of music, or just that you wanted to collaborate with that person?
It was just love of music. It was more of, I just love music. Music has always been a part of my life since day one. So
it's always been there. And Don Allen has just chimed in. Down Under. Is he an Aussie?
Yeah, he's an Aussie.
Oh, amazing. I love all my Aussies. New Zealand.
They're great.
Yeah. I'm a big Galaxy FM fan from down there. I actually listen
Barbara and Grant.
Yeah. I love them.
They have such an awesome, upbeat, and fun personality.
Yeah. They always have a show, and they're having a good time, and it's real.
Right.
They're just like,
Oh, yeah. They're great.
Oh, I love that.
They would make a good morning show out here in the United States,
I know. I've been on their show, and they're in the morning, the day before, and you're the night, you're at like 6 or 7. It's so weird. It's like you're a day ahead. Like you lost a day. Like I'm losing a day. It's pretty funny, but so if it's 7 now, Don, you've got to be in the morning in Aussie, right? You're like what, 10 o'clock in the morning or something? I don't know the time difference, but something like that. It's probably pretty crazy. But I'm glad you guys are all listening. All right, so back to Kayden's songwriting here. So you started kind of young, and you kind of knew that you didn't want to perform your own material. Did you think about that for a little bit?
I've thought about it. I have been kind of like, kind of going back and forth. Do I want to? Do I not want to? I've done, I've consulted a couple coaches, and but I'm still working on getting the right voice. So that's kind of like where I'm at with that. Like, it's like, do I want to? Do I not want to? But that's kind of like where that comes in.
Yeah, and there are artists that, like Shea, she wrote for other people before she stepped out on stage, and she has terrible stage fright to this day. So a lot of artists, Carole King, the same way, she wrote for other people. Some never. I know of a guy, Dan Krippinen, he just writes for other people and sing. He doesn't like to do his own stuff either. So, but there's a huge industry in songwriting.
Oh, yeah.
Big market. So let's talk about the first one coming up called Night Out. Tell us about that.
Yeah, that song was actually the first song that I've actually released. And this was, I co-written that song with Amory Paserno, who is a Grammy-nominated member, and she's a Grammy voting member. You might know of Amory, and who sang on the song, who also was the producer on the song, Bob McGilpin. And we wrote that song. I came to her, when I started wanting to do it professionally about a year or so ago. That was, she was like one of the people that wanted to first, work with me, and then I kind of started doing my own stuff independently. But she she kind of taught me, okay, this is what you do with the melodies and this is what you do with the chorus. And because I didn't know that part, I had an idea and I didn't know how to put it into the melody and the chorus and stuff like that, and I'm still learning that. I'm not any expert whatsoever, so I also talk with other songwriters. I'm like, hey, here's my idea, I want to put this in, how would you like to do this? And that song was really great. So that was one of the first ones that we did. So that's all about Night Out. And like I said, just getting in the car, driving, and you don't know where you're going next, just keep on driving. That's how we wrote that song.
That's great. So how did you come to connect with a Grammy-nominated, Grammy-voting person? That's amazing.
Well, I've had her on the show a couple times, and she's a great friend of mine. So that's kind of like how we already kind of knew each other from that. So
that's great. That's great. All right, why don't we give a listen to Night Out?
One late night, Daddy hit the road. Forgot something, so we raced back home.
Feeling full of pride about telling the kids how ding dang proud he was of them.
The kids telling Dad about the A's and B's.
Daddy can't remember what he left behind.
The kids took it off with some kind of joke, jumping in the car, laughing in the backseat, and the night out. It's time to remember. Night out, no final destination. Night out, it's time to remember. Kids are giggling, enjoying the night out. Dad thinks it's funny in the rearview mirror,
Laughing in the backseat, kids are smiling,
singing out loud, passing highway signs,
calling out for letters, losing track of time.
cruising under stars with the music playing. Radio's loud and we all are singing. Daddy's playing drums on the steering wheel, rolling down the road to home again, enjoying the night out. It's time to remember. Night out, no final destination. Night out, it's time to remember. Loving our journey, enjoying the night out.
Now we're older with kids of our own and family.
Daddy's gone, but we travel along with cherished memories, enjoying the night out. It's time to remember. Night out, no final destination. Night out, it's time to remember. Love and family's a real good time. Night out, it's time to remember. Night out, no final destination. Night out, it's time to remember. Love and family's a real good time. Night out, it's time to remember. Night out, no final destination. Night out, it's time to remember. Love and family.
It's a real good time.
Night out.
Night Out. Yeah, our Night Out tonight is on the ranch with Kayden Gordon. We are across the platform. We are 9 platforms tonight, which is amazing. But our producer and main platform is Blast Music 24/7. And if any artist out there hasn't checked out Blast Music 24/7, you should, because it's a great space to have your music. And they give you a lot of room to do that. You get a really nice site. You get to interact and network with other sites. And there are a lot of promotions going on, a lot of radio shows that can use your music and promote your music. There are a lot of podcasts. So it's actually a really, really active site for musicians. So blast music 24/7. But now we're back to Kayden Gordon. And so that was your first song kind of collaboration that you actually had produced.
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, that's so exciting. That's so exciting. Now we're talking about the back end of the business, which is writing songs kind of for other people. Is that an easy business? Is it easier than just being a singer-songwriter? Are people open to collaborations?
That's a good question. I think that there's so many artists that you could choose from to collaborate with. I feel like with songwriting, it becomes easier depending on the type of genre that you do. I feel as if that, let's say, if you are doing a rap song versus a country song, there may be more people depending on how many people you know, and if you're already in the industry. There's so many factors I think that goes into that, Randie.
Okay. So you think more certain genres are more open to it?
I think so, yes.
Okay. And you know what? A lot of it happens behind the scenes. Like you
Right.
hear stuff on the radio, and the real songwriter sometimes doesn't even get credit.
Right.
Oh, we have Lisa Marie. She loves to collaborate. She's chiming in and saying hi.
Oh, Tom's here and Roy's here. Tom
Yeah.
said the collaboration.
Yeah,
not
Tom
Lisa.
loves to collaborate. Lisa Marie's saying hi. A lot of people chiming in. I'm trying to keep up. That's awesome. So yeah, some people do love to collaborate, and sometimes some people find it challenging. Sometimes the chemistry isn't there, and it could be really daunting. I hope to be a freelance songer. That's Tom
Burley.
Burley. I didn't want to kill his name. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. And sync is another, if anyone doesn't know, can you explain what sync licensing is to our people listening?
Yeah, sure. So to my understanding of sync licensing, is all about, getting yourself into film and movies and TV and stuff like that. That is a crazy business in itself.
You know what? There's a whole different life there for sync. And there's a whole population who writes for sync. But again, it's usually the uncredited songwriter. You're listening to a TV show and a drama and you're scared. Some songwriter wrote that for you, everything you hear. Again, a lot of songwriters, and you write a song, it goes into a library where music supervisors are going to be looking for a certain type of song. So you want to have metadata on your song, so certain taglines, so hopefully they'll find your song. If you have a song about werewolves, you want them to be able to find your song about werewolves. Well, thanks for saying hi to me, Tom.
Everybody's here for me, and no one's saying hi to you.
Better than one. I agree with that. And I count on my producer for a lot of feedback. I'll go in with a song and do a lot of collab in that way. I've done one collaboration with Anthony Kazan of the Spin Doctors. He was a guitar player for the Spin Doctors, and we wrote a song called Little Misunderstood. And it was a great, great learning experience. You want to take somebody in there who can really guide you, be patient with the process, and learn and grow from. And Anthony Kazan was just amazing for that. Great producer too. So it's a big, big industry. Kayden, are you looking to do sync? Are you going to just stick with this?
That's a good question. That is something that I've considered. But with my busy schedule, I have not gotten to it yet. So
busy schedule, you're a slacker.
Well, you got to remember, Randie, I'm a radio host. I own a radio station. I'm a songwriter. I'm a promoter. I'm a manager. I'm a student at Worcester State University. So that's like 8 things I just mentioned there.
Okay, you made me look like a slacker. I just host a show, a radio show. I have a band.
You are not a slacker, Randie. And In fact, I want to jump on and say that Randie will actually be a part of a songwriters night that I am doing in Hendersonville on March 16th. So she'll be there. So we're super excited to meet in person.
Oh, that's exciting. That's exciting. And it's funny because we're both kind of in the Northeast and we're going to meet in Nashville. Which
I know.
Quite amazing. And I don't want to pass up an opportunity to play in Nashville. So I'm driving out,
Yeah, no, for sure.
I'm debating if I want to bring my dog or not. A long drive. Yeah, keep them busy, way busy. Tommy, keep them busy. That's great.
Yep, Tom is another one that keeps me busy. He's got some great music out there too. So write down Eric Diamond and Tom Burley to be on your next
All right, I'm writing them down. And if you guys look across that annoying thing, that ticker on the bottom, you'll see how you go to my website /shows. I fixed that glitch, by the way.
Oh, that's good.
Because Kayden had applied to the show, and I knew he applied. I couldn't find his form to review. I found it though in cyberspace. Okay.
Yeah, I had her on my show, and now I'm on her show.
Yeah. Eric Diamond's chiming in. Dan, are you kidding me? Wow, this is like an all-star show here tonight. How are you, Keith Dan? Oh, rock on. You got it. Actually, we're country two-stepping tonight because we're on the ranch. Tom, the more interviews, the better. I love doing interviews. I have the best time. Like when I have somebody on, like Kayden, you're a lot of fun, and a lot of people are interacting. Yeah, we are the stars. We know that.
Thanks for the nice compliment.
That's right. Yeah, coming from that's real. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Chiming in, that's great. Okay, where were we? I don't even know. I'm so lost. Okay, we were on the ranch. I know that. Which is an Americana show. And a lot of stuff that you write. Why a lot of Americana? That was a great Americana song right there. Move on.
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of what you do, why country music? Why Americana?
Well, it kind of goes back to my country show and kind of how I was, brought up. I was brought around country music, so kind of just comes natural to me, I guess.
Okay. So you were brought up around it, grew up on Hee Haw. You don't remember that show? Am I dating myself? Like I'm.
It's funny you bring up Hee Haws because I didn't know what that was until Eric knows Hee Haw. He can tell you in the comments, Eric, if you're here, tell her about your experience with Hee Haw. If you can go in there and tell her about that. I don't know if you want me to, but I would definitely tell her your experience if you're still in here, Eric, about Hee Haw.
What's the experience?
I'm gonna wait to see if he responds or not, but we'll see.
Okay. In the meantime, everyone's chiming in about Hee Haw. I'm located in Pennsylvania in Bethlehem. Kayden, you guys probably all know he's in Massachusetts, and we're going to be going out to Tennessee day before St. Patty's Day, which is going to be a lot of fun to be in Nashville for St. Patty's Day. Okay, here we go with Eric Diamond. 32 years ago, I landed a songwriting deal, yay, with Ronnie Stoneman from ER. Unfortunately, it was very short-lived to family issues, but we can discuss this on the show. Okay. Stoneman from ER. Okay.
I think he meant to say Hee Haw. Yeah, it was Hee Haw, the television show.
Oh, okay. Came up ER. All right. Yes, he's correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Short-lived. Yeah. Hee-haw. Autocorrect, I'm sure, is having a field day with hee-haw.
Yeah.
She was like, Bad correct. Oh, yeah. Here we go. I searched the world over and I thought I found true love. You met another and you were gone. Everyone out there is like, what? These people have lost their minds. Yeah, auto correct. Yeah, it scarred my childhood. You know, the whole parental unit thing. But it was a family staple. I didn't really appreciate, I said this on last week's show too, I didn't really appreciate hee-haw until much later. It was really silly, but there was really so much talent running through there. Okay, where are you tonight? You could leave me here all alone. How could you leave me here all alone? We're not, we're all together in cyberspace. Oh, we got Jamie Taylor saying hello. Welcome to the ranch, everyone. We do this every Monday night, produced by Blast Music 24/7. Oh, that's the beginning of the song you were just singing. Right. You're testing my brain cells right now. Like, yeah. Oh my God. Minnie Pearl, the hat with the, still had the price tag on it. Oh my God. Oh, how do we get on hee-haw anyway? Anyway, back to your music. We got another song coming up. And it's called Focus. Tell me about Focus.
So Focus was written about just, you know, going after your dreams and, you know, that there's going to be so much roadblocks part of it, and you just got to keep on going. And this song was written more just getting into the industry and just keep your eye on the prize and keep on going. And this is more like a country rocker, upbeat tempo type of a song. And yeah, that's gonna Focus.
All right, we're gonna hear more about your hurdles when we get back. Tom, you're on your own for barbecue, and we are listening to Focus.
Focused on what's coming. Focused on what's coming. Focused on what's coming and the future it may bring. While I'm sitting here late one night realizing this isn't going right, not the way I want it to. I get inspiration from you, all of you, and him and her, till I see what I'm being told that's worked even better than I thought I knew. Gonna celebrate with all of you. Focused on what's coming. Focused on what's coming. Focused on what's coming and the future it may bring. Focused on what's coming. Focused on what's coming. Focused on what's coming and the future it may bring. I'm telling my kids never to give up, because hopes and dreams aren't quite enough if they want to see things through. There's so much they've gotta do. Whatever we want to accomplish depends on keeping that positive focus in our heads every single day, even when it's not going our way. Focused on what's coming. Focused on what's coming. Focused on what's coming and the future it may bring. Focused on what's coming. Focused on what's coming. Focused on what's coming and the future it may bring. Remember to go enjoy life, have plenty of fun. Be with friends at work, play or school, that's how it's done. On this day I'm feeling positive, oh yeah, so pumped for positivity. I can't even remember those days no more when I had to struggle just being me. Because I'm focused on what's coming. Focused on what's coming. Focused on what's coming and the future it may bring. So I remind myself every single day I am focused on the positive. Keeping that yes I can vibe alive is the way I always plan to live. I'm loving this life I have set, and when I'm feeling down, you bet those negative thoughts go out the window, cause the best vibes haven't come yet. Focused on what's coming. Focused on what's coming. Focused on what's coming and
All right, we are back on the ranch with Kayden Gordon. We are going across 9 platforms tonight. So anyone watching, we have a lot of people watching tonight. We can all see your comments, so feel free. This show is brought to you by Blast Music 24/7. Musicians out there, this is a site that is for musicians. It's for us to share. And it's really a user-friendly site. It's a place to network. A lot of podcasts can also check out your music. A lot of radio shows associated on Blast Music 24/7. So something for everyone to check out. And tonight, Michael Bolte Band's in the house. Hello. Thank you for checking us out here. So, Kayden, we're back to focused. And you were talking about staying focused, and sometimes that's not easy. This is a business where you feel like you're on top and everything's great, and then, oh my God, it's terrible. And what were your biggest challenges?
The biggest challenge I would have to say is finding people, I guess, that, were like-minded. Before I knew independent artists was a thing at the time, well, I started like 5 years ago. I'm only 19. I started at 14. So at 14 years old, I did not know that this was a thing, like this was a platform. None of that. I just knew mainstream. I knew Luke Bryan, Luke Combs, Karen Underwood, yada, yada, yada. And so, getting into an industry where I wasn't sure if I was going to have close connections. And then, once I started hearing that there was such thing as independent music, I'm like, holy, like, wow, there's so much great music out there that hasn't been able to be heard and you don't hear on the mainstream radio that you probably never be able to get out there without people like me and you, Randie. And once I found the community such as ISSA and, people in that organization, and all these different, friends that I call true friends, it became more as a family, and it started to feel like I was welcomed into a area that I didn't think I was going to be very welcomed in getting into this. And, having people that, are my true friends. I mean, because growing up, I didn't have a lot of friends. So these people are my friends. So I love each and every one of you.
Oh, that's so special, Kayden. And it does sound like you found your niche at a young age. And I got to tell you, not everyone does that.
Oh yeah, no, I know that for sure. That's not everybody finds what they want to do with their life that early on.
No, it's true. It takes a lot of soul searching.
Yes.
And it's not an easy business. Like you said, you have to find the community of these pockets, these gems, these hidden gems that you find.
Yeah, I think that is something that, once you find, I guess, these hidden gems, the rest kind of just comes easy and you get interviews easily and you get these kind of things. So once you get yourself out there, and it's a lot of hard work, you'll find those hidden gems eventually.
And it sounds like it was hard work. I mean, you really take a leap of faith by going all in. Like you said, you weren't the most popular kid growing up, and here you are wanting to spearhead a radio show. I give you credit for taking that leap of faith.
Well, thank you so much. I definitely appreciate the kind words, and I'm very happy that I did because if I didn't do it, I don't know where I'd be today. And I also have to kind of give COVID a shout out because that gave me a lot of time to build this craft. And again, when I first started in 2019, this was like I was doing it very, very, very part time. And when COVID hit, they weren't assigning work. I had nothing to do, so I had a lot more time to focus on it. And I firmly believe I don't think I'd be where I am today without COVID. It would take me longer to have the success that I have without COVID. That's what I think.
I got to agree with you, Kayden. I really did a 180 in my whole focus with COVID. It shut a lot of people down. I lost my label at the time and I got really upset. And I'm like, that's it. I'm digging in. I'm going to learn how to work a digital community. I'm going to find digital communities. And it really kept me kind of like laser focused. And I was able to connect with a lot of communities because the barriers were gone. I didn't have to
Right.
walk into a room and play. I can meet now people in California. A lot more people were open to that. So, we have Roy. I'm co-writing a song with Roy in August. Oh, the two Roy. That's awesome. Awesome. And you can co-write so much easier. Again, you don't
Yes.
have to be in the same room. So I think COVID, in a way, reduced a lot of barriers. It really, the digital technology got a lot better, a lot quicker.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, these indie communities really kind of united and formed and solidified during COVID.
I agree. A lot of people started their careers during COVID, like in the indie community too. Some people did it like a long time ago, but there's some people that still, started just recently within the last 5 to 6 years because of COVID.
Right. And I think a lot of ways that people find music has changed. It was going in that direction, I think, with the streaming services, but it really went lightning fast. And the industry had to kind of adapt to it. So I think, some people were left behind, but I think other people really found their voice, and it's really doing groundbreaking work. And you're one of those, Kayden.
Definitely. I 1000% agree with you on that.
Doing good stuff. Doing good stuff. So are you working on any writing now?
So there is a few projects in the work. This Friday, I will have a new song come out that was also done by Bob McGilpin called "Blaming Me." So I'll be on Friday, and then right before our songwriters' night, I have a wonderful Christian country artist singer we're gonna go in the studio together, and she's gonna go sing the song while I'm there in Nashville. She's my age and she's killing it. She's got a lot going on. She's on the side. She's a nurse, and what an incredible human being Brooke Lynn is. Thank you to Eric also for introducing her to me. Her voice is heavenly. Like, I'm so excited that she's going to be a part of this. So, like I said, Blaming Me Out Friday. I'm going to be recording that new song with Brooke's going to be recording that new song in March. I think we're probably going to release it sometime in April, maybe even May. There may be one more song that I haven't decided on what we're going to do yet with that. And I also want to try to get together a Christmas song this year. So that's kind of like where we're at with the songwriting world of things.
And you know what? If you're going to write a Christmas song, it's now. Because you start releasing that in summer, believe it or not, because you've got to get it to places. If you're going to do video, definitely. You got to have that done. And it's hard when you're not in the mood, like it's not it's Christmas, like you got to put up a tree somewhere, get yourself in the mood. All right, we have some people chiming in here on COVID. Roy says, because of COVID, I went from playing out a lot to recording demos for songwriters. Yeah, you shifted gears. That's great. Yeah, because nobody was playing out. I mean, it was like that, but you were just kind of parlayed and helping other artists. So good for you for that. My friend Billy's here. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Glad you made it, Billy. Thanks for chiming in. Okay, so you have a couple things. So your focus with your music is just to release singles?
That's what we're thinking at this time, yes.
And that's kind of the way to go, because it allows you to kind of bring in different artists.
Yes, yep.
Different formats. So are you using the same producers, or you're even shifting with producers as well?
So on all the projects that I'm doing has been all the same producer. Bob McGilpin has been the producer on all the songs.
All right, for those who don't know, a lot of us here are musicians, but for those who don't know, tell me about the relationship with your producer.
Are you asking me or the people in the public?
For you.
Okay. It sounded like you were asking everybody else. I was like, I just want to make sure.
Sorry. No, I want you to explain to people watching that relationship. I'm sorry.
Got it. No, that's okay. I just wanted to clarify. We're all good. Yeah. So I think it's super important to build a relationship with them, and I say this not like a romantic one, obviously, but a working relationship, a business one, because you want someone that can understand your vision, and you want someone that's not going to screw you over, do the job right, and because I've heard so many horror stories. And feel free to chime in on this for anybody in the public, but I've heard so many horror stories where people have gotten taken advantage of, over people have paid, like 5 grand, 10 grand for these recordings, and they don't get, done the way they want them, or they get screwed over and taken advantage of. And that is something that happens, unfortunately, all too well in the industry.
It is. It is. I mean, that connection between your producer, it's not a marriage, it's not romantic, but it is close. You're turning over your baby, your heart and your soul. You're bleeding all over the place. And you got to trust that person. It's such a connection because they're going to look at it and go, all right, you might have to change a line. And you're like, change a line? You're kidding me. But I trust my producer enough that he says that line doesn't work. It doesn't work. And I need to make it stronger. And that's such a strong connection. My recommendation, if you don't connect with that producer, they're not totally into your music walk.
Right.
That is hard to do, but you're going to find that producer that you trust with your soul.
Mm-hmm.
Your soul. But anyone else out there, I don't know if you have any stories. I've heard, I've gotten calls from people, and what do I do? You try to help them out, try to, get them to backpedal, but there's a lot of money involved.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not always easy to start over, and people keep going and going with projects, and they don't always turn out well, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. How did you connect with your producer?
So I connected with him because I know a few people that used him, and he's very reasonable with his rates. So.
Oh, we got Christina chiming in.
Oh, yes, Christina. Hey, Christina, I'm from the wonderful Mission Road. Christina, you will be meeting myself and Randie in Hendersonville. Christina and Elliot from Mission Road will be there in person. So Christina will be someone that you'll meet. So.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a great day of music. I'm telling you, I saw your lineup. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a lot of fun. See if I can get my bass player to drive with me. Oh, Christina's looking forward to it too. I'm a cat in your picture, Christina. I love that. I want a lavender one. I got to get a lavender one. Oh. I got a small head. It's hard for me to fit hats. But in Nashville, I'm sure I'm going to come up with one. You're gonna have to point me in the right direction, Christina. You know what, Kayden? We're gonna go hat shopping.
There you go. There you go.
We got to get our cowboy hats. Find one. That's got to be the place for it. Ah, she has a collection. I have a collection too. Hats. My collection of corral boots is growing as we speak. I have them all lined up on a ledge, like underneath my window, and it just keeps growing. I need more room. I love my boots. Oh, good. You have a small head too. Good. You point me in the right direction. Because otherwise you're up there singing and the hat's kind of like, you could tie them on but that kind of hurts. It's hard being on music. It's not all glamour. Your hat's falling off. You know what happened to me? My boots, I had new boots on. I was filming Don't Tell Mama. And I slipped. I almost fell off this bridge. No lie. I almost went over and I started laughing. And it actually made it into the final cut of the video. It's pretty funny. I just left it in because it was a funny video anyway. So keep it all in. So, all right. Let's get to your last song. Achieving is Succeeding.
That is my current one. Before Fridays, obviously, that's my current song that's out. That song, um, really hit me when I graduated high school and went on to college. We wrote that because we wanted it was kind of I guess kind of copycatting focus, but also to put in a light on I guess the school and almost like thanking like the teachers and the administrators and in a way, but also making it a fun upbeat song and that if you put in the work, you're gonna get success. And this song hits really personal to me, and it came out so well. It came out really well, and you'll hear this in a second. But we did like a good 10 to 15 seconds. There's a talking part, and it's been 50-50. Like people don't like to talk about. I loved it. Like it was in my mind. I'm hearing Bob who's singing and the producer that's it almost feels like a song where 15 years from now I'm gonna hear it and I'm gonna hear myself as an older male. That's how I look at it, and I really think that's something that I'm gonna treasure 50 years from now, coming from his voice. Looking back and saying, "Wow, holy cow!" Like a lot of people have been behind me to support me, through the struggles and education and stuff like that. And just keep on going and keep on succeeding.
All right. Sounds like we have to listen to Achieving is Succeeding.
I should take a little time to realize everything I've done. Milestones and advances, achievements in my classes, steps I needed, each and every single one. You count the numbers and equations, each and every great occasion, writing paragraphs and essays, trying to tell yourself it's okay. Just believe that you're thriving, and you've got to keep on trying. It's what you've been needing. Achieving is succeeding. Whoa, achieving is succeeding. Those goals you've been reaching. Achieving is succeeding. Those dreams you've been dreaming. Achieving is succeeding. You count the worries and the blessings, each and every second guessing, searching lost and lone expressions, needing answers to your questions. Just know that you're thriving, and you've got to keep on trying. It's what you've been needing. Achieving is succeeding. Oh, achieving is succeeding. Those goals you've been reaching. Achieving is succeeding.
And we are back on the ranch with Kayden Gordon. And he's a songwriter. Again, we're looking kind of behind the curtain in the music business, something that doesn't always get talked about because a lot of artists today aren't singing their own songs, especially the ones that you hear on the radio. So there is actually a whole group of people who are writing songs to support artists. And Kayden is one of them, one of those songwriters. So he's sharing our music. Oh, Billy liked that one. Very traditional sound, that dog want. All right. And it was a very traditional sounding song, but with kind of a really nice message. And it sounds like you have some stories from high school.
I do. And I kind of had an opportunity to tell it in there. Like, you know, when you count the numbers and equations, that's kind of like hinting, hey, I sucked at math. In the writing in paragraphs, that was my strong suit. And math was not my big thing. So there's reason to those lyrics, like specific reasons that came to me. So that's why we wrote it like that. You count those numbers and equations, like, okay, you got to count. You're writing paragraphs and essays, like he says that kind of faster because it's like I can write really well. So that's why. So things, the little things like that, it hits, you know.
Right. And to be able to pull that all together in a song that has a lot of meaning and some inspiration in there is really, really amazing. Because a lot of kids struggle through high school.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, absolutely. That's like one of the hardest times for a teenager.
I hated about every day of high school. I really, really did. I'm throwing it out there. You know, the administration had a lot of conversation on what to do about Randie. Yeah, I wasn't a happy camper during school, you know, and mine's the whole alcoholic parents and family secrets. And then I had to go to school and try to make that work. And it didn't always. So, you know, it's good for you for being able to pull that together and have an inspirational message for it. So what's up next for Kayden? You got so much going on. You're releasing a song on Friday. What else is going on? What do you?
Yeah, so for those, I know we talked a lot about the songwriting, but you know, I do a weekly syndicated show, 2 hours. I'm in the process of working with a station in New Mexico that's looking to syndicate my show, so that'll be exciting. I'll make sure to follow me and stay up to date on all that information. The best way you can learn more about me is by going to my website, theKaydenGordonShow.com. That's KaydenGordon. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Kayden Gordon, or under the Kayden Gordon Show, today's best country mix. So yeah, make sure to stay up to date on what I am up to. But yeah, like I said, we have that Songwriters Night in Hendersonville, which is going to be hosted by myself, Beth Hawley, a country pop artist that toured with Dottie West, and Mary Elizabeth Jackson, who we are coordinating with. She's a wonderful human being that connected us with Autism Tennessee. And we will be accepting donations that will be going to Autism Tennessee because myself, I have autism, and we know a lot of people in the connections that are performing that do. So we felt it was only right to donate it to anything that comes in to that organization. No tickets, you can come in. It's at Just Love Coffee Cafe in Henderson, Tennessee. There'll be 15 to 17 of us artists. Myself, Christina Elliott from Mission Road, Beth Hawley, Brooklyn. We'll have Amanda Walker there, who wrote some stuff for NCIS New Orleans. Going back to the sync licensing, Amanda Walker has a little bit of experience with that because, like I just said, she wrote some hits for NCIS New Orleans. We'll have a lot of artists there, so it will be fun. And so that's kind of like what we have on the horizon.
There's a lot on the horizon. Holy cow!
Oh yeah.
Here. Forget about it.
That's why I said to make sure to follow me to see all the updates. A lot.
Make it easy. Make it easy.
Exactly.
I'll follow you. Got so much going on always, Kayden. And thanks for sharing that autism piece. It's just such a misunderstood, kind of phenomenon that happens, and so many misconceptions about it and the whole range of the spectrum. But you are breaking barriers and really, being inspirational and tearing down a lot of the myths of what is autism.
Definitely.
So you're my inspiration.
Well, thank you.
Doing that, putting yourself out there. So a lot going on. How big is this coffee shop that all of us are going to be fitting in there?
I've never been to it. Mary can comment more on that. I don't know if she's in here, but either Mary or Sammy, the GM, I don't know how big it is. I've never been there. So, and I gotta say, when I found out that Sammy Edmonds, the general manager of this coffee shop, is letting us use her building at no cost after hours, God bless that woman. Because originally when I wanted to do this, we were like, I wanted to find a place, but everybody wanted money. No one wanted to, they wanted 300. Some place wanted like $300 an hour. Like I don't want to spend that much to rent out a place for 4 hours. So thank you to Sammy. And it sounds like this will be a reoccurring thing that they want me to host. So that will probably be where the home is of it. And I'm super excited because originally we were going to do, this was supposed to actually be just a small 10 person thing. This wasn't going to be a big thing until I found out that, at like an Airbnb, and then it kind of just grown from talking to people and getting their inspiration. And, it's all about connections. That's all it is in this industry. So that is, I think, the connections that I have to be able to make this happen.
Right. Yeah, I look forward to meeting everyone. Christina, I hope to see you there. Maybe we can meet for lunch before that, because I'm getting down there Friday night. I need to find an Airbnb or a couch or something when I get there. I'm sure there'll be tons of places around. So we'll start looking for that. But that's coming up, man. That's March 16th.
Yep.
March 16th.
Yep.
So a lot going on. Again, the ranch is here every Monday night, 7 o'clock. We have some great guests tonight with Kayden Gordon. I really enjoyed the time. Thanks everyone for watching and chiming in and being part of the show and being part of being on the ranch. I loved having you here. If you're an artist and you want to join me on the ranch, you can find my website, Randie O'Neill. Randie is IE. RandieO'Neill.com/shows, and you can apply to be on the show. So, a lot of people chiming in. It's great. Again, thanks for watching. Thanks for being with me on the show. And we'll see you here again next week. Y'all have a good night. Hang on.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Oh, thank you for being here. I know you're so busy, and the pin down that worked was a little hard, but I'm glad you did it.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much.
I'm on the road, don't know where it goes. I'm on the road, follow your heart, it won't let you down. Follow your heart, take the step.